Good evening, everyone. And welcome to Formula Pi, round 2, Heat 1 of the Grand Prix class, and Heat 1 of the MonsterBorg class. I'm all wobbly. So hopefully we'll get underway as quickly as possible. I don't see any race cars on the track though. Have I started the feed early? Are there any race cars on the track? There are no race cars on the track. If you could, Timmy, radio up to Aaron and get the robots lined up for the first heat. Because I think we've gone a little bit early. So today we have a very special guest with us in the Formula Pi. So there's Jeff pointing. This is Jeff, one of Tim's friends from school. Hopefully, Beata and his 2 daughters will be watching all the way from Laufenburg in Laufenburg? Is that right, Tim? Yes. I'm looking at Tim. He's not answering me. Jeff is going to assist, I think, in laying out the robots, or is he? I don't know. It's chaos here today. It's been a very busy, hectic day. But we've finally made it online, which is good. I am Tim Freeburn. You can help me out here. I'm getting some errors in YouTube. So, people who are watching, could you give me a shout and just let me know that the feed is looking good? Because this is kind of new territory for us, and I'm not sure what's happening. Tim's not. I need you to hear me. You're missing out. Yeah, the feed is bad. I've got some errors coming from YouTube that I might need you to address. But hang on one moment, everybody, and we'll be with you. Do I need to relaunch? Having a slight technical issue.
Okay, just pause transmission for a second and we'll sort this out.
Okay, everyone, we're just going to have a slight break and then you. Sorry, I just muted my mic early then. We'll have a slight break and we'll be back with you. So stand by and we will relaunch the feed shortly. Good evening, everyone, again. Welcome back to Formula Pi. We are having some slight technical difficulties at our end tonight. We are testing out some new bits and pieces. We actually have tonight hooked up some new track mics, which should be able to record the track noise upstairs, so you should be able to hear the robots going around when we actually start racing. So now we've kicked off the feed again. It would be really helpful if people could let me know that they can hear me and if they're having trouble. We're going to do our best and see how we do this evening. It's a tricky one because we're trying to implement new stuff and sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work. We're just going to have to see how we go for the rest of tonight. So if you're in the chat and you can see us, please drop us a little message, let us know it's working and that you can hear us clearly. As long as you can hear me, really, that's the only thing. So, as I was saying before, we have a special guest tonight, VIP. You can just see him in the top corner of the screen here. This is Mr. Jeff from Australia. He's one of Tim's friends from school, now currently working for IBM Switzerland in their Technology Support and Services division. And he wants to say hello to Beata and his two daughters at home. So, hello, guten Abend, and hope everything's okay, and hope you're watching. So, we're back, we're good, we're here. A little bit of a false start, but we're on. So, without further ado, I am going to kick off with Miss Spinview to introduce you to the first set of robots tonight that are racing. We're going to start with the Grand Prix class. We're going to start with the smaller robots, the Yeti Borgs, but here we go. We're going to get started. So, first of all, on the outside lane, we've got Spark CC, who are from West Gosford in Australia. G'day. They will probably be in bed right now because it is that time of day. But didn't do so well last week, didn't get started, so hopefully this week they'll have a better start. Next up, Paxo Parrot, who came fourth last time in their heat with 17 laps, which was a really good start from them. So hopefully tonight see a bit more improvement from the team from Poole in the UK. Next up, we have our French entrant, Leroux Carré from Villaroche in France. Did really well, came third last week, just pipped Paxo Parrot with an extra 2 laps at the post last week. So currently sitting third in the leaderboard. So again, hopefully a good night for them too. And next up, our current series leaders, we have Bebot from Painted Post in New York. They managed a whopping 21 laps last night in 10 minutes, which is pretty respectable as things go. So hopefully looking for another good lap from them tonight, a good race. And finally, we have Autologic on the inside lane from Wheatley in Oxfordshire. Gareth and the team came second last week with 20 laps, so really close to Bebot in the final running. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Autologic, you can smash out the win tonight. You know I love everyone. Everyone's my favourite, right? So, good luck, everyone. I hope it goes well. So, we have 5 robots lined up. I have Tim shuffling behind me and playing with some buttons. Hopefully tonight, you should be able to hear the glorious roar of the Yeti Borgs as they whiz around the track, as we've got 2 new fancy pants boundary mics. So, I think we're ready to go. Have we had the 2 minutes? I think we're well over the 2 minutes, aren't we? But, good to go. Let's get started.
Sequence start, please.
So for those that are new to Formula Pi, we'll have a green, red, green light sequence to get us all going. And then hopefully the robots will be away. Fingers crossed, 5 away tonight. Let's see how we do. 5 away, brilliant. So we've got 5 robots going into the first corner. That seems like that is Autologic taking the lead, getting through the corner first, closely followed by Bebot, our current leaders. And nice to see Spark CC getting away in the lead. That's really good. So Spark CC coming to third. There's somebody who's going backwards. That's a little bit suspect. They seem to be... Oh, that was so close to being a crash. Oh, my goodness me. I think Bebot has now taken the lead and snuck in front. I am checking with the Grand Prix the Updatatron, which is on my other screen, so I can see who's going. And it looks like we have 1 lap now for... I think that is Bebot who's taking the lead now. So Autologic must have had a problem. There they are crashing into Bebot and just stopping them in their tracks there. Oh, a bit of a fight there. Spark CC now getting in on the battle and taking them out too. So, this is looking really, really tasty again. We've got a good set of robots. Everyone's away. Everyone's fighting. Seems like Autologic are a bit struggling in the corners. Everyone in the chat is saying they can hear me. Great, good news. So the new boundary mics are working. Not sure, because I can't hear the robots. So I think because they're being fed through the feed, so hopefully you guys should be able to now hear what a Yeti Borg sounds like. If you've never heard one before, now you know. They're quite cute. They sound like they're growling a little bit all the time, but they're very cute and very sweet. So hopefully they sound good from where you are. So we have, looking at the Updatatron, Let's check out who's in what position. So in first place at the moment we have B-Bot from Painted Post, currently sitting on 3 laps. In second place we have Spark CC, brilliant, so you've notched yourself up a further place. In third place we have, I think that is Paxo Parrot in third place again, so one better for Paxo Parrot. Leroux Carré in fourth place, number 46. And bringing up the rear, Autologic. I don't know what happened after that. You had such a great first flying lap there, Gareth and the team, but something's obviously gone wrong. Oh no, we've got 3 robots fighting now. Paxo Parrot rolling over the top of number 77 there, which is the red bottom robot. So when all the robots flip upside down, they have these little pallets on the bottom so you can see what colour they are. Little kind of skid plates. So the red one upside down there is number 77, Autologic. I don't know what happened, Gareth. This is such a shame. So Gareth says, it looks like he removed the wrong code. Nightmare. Yeah, I guess you did. Unless it was what you were intending to do, in which case you haven't. But by the sounds of it, it wasn't. So this sounds like you've got a bit of an issue. But still early days. It's only round 2. You've still got another 3 rounds to, make it up. And just you got a good result last week, so there's no need to worry yet. Plus, I think with the 5 of you in here, I think you all go through to the final anyway at the moment. I think I'm correct there, because there should be 5 in the final, so you're all going to make it to the final. If this was BMX, you'd be having another round, and we'd be doing it as countback with all the different round systems and stuff. So, yeah, don't worry so much. You're fine. If someone else turns up, then we need to start panicking. But at the moment, I think you're all okay. But that is Gareth there, just whipping in front of the camera with the red bottom robot there, just skidding about. Everyone else looks like they've settled into their strides a little bit here. It looks like the robot number 71, B-Bot, is taking the lead again. But really closely followed this time by Spark CC, so made up for their poor start last week where they didn't even get off the line. Now it seems like they're really catching up and really giving a lot of good chase. Actually, that's them side by side. Wow, they may have... Oh no, they're 1 lap behind. Okay, so they're 1 lap behind. I thought they were about to overtake then to take position, but no, I think they are 1 lap ahead. We're looking good now. This is everyone settling down. Okay, Gareth says he knows exactly what happened and he'll need to roll back the code to race and go in a different direction. Yeah, and that's the beauty of this, is you can roll back what you've done and you can just start again and start from scratch. So hopefully that'll be alright and you'll get back and sort it out. George says, will they all go to the final? At the moment, yeah, because we need 5 in the final. So here's our 5. But we did have more than 5 entrants for the Grand Prix class, so people may join. We may have some people who come and sort of sit down and start coding later on in the series, and if they are then we'll start doing the eliminators and we'll do all the same stuff we did last year. But for now, yeah, these 5 look like they could be our finalists if we keep going down this route and keep having these 5 keep submitting code. Yeah, you may see a lovely addition to the centre of the track as well. For some of you who weren't at testing previously, the in the pit finger. That is from our glorious trip to Robot Wars a couple of weeks ago. Tim and I had a wonderful time in Glasgow. So big shout outs to Dr. Lucy Rogers for looking after us while we're up there. And thank you so much to Mike and Tim from the Cam Jam team who invited me and Tim to come up with them. So it was an absolute pleasure and we're more than thankful for that. So I do have a wonderful photo of me hugging Sir Killalot, which is like my childhood dreams were just brought to life in a day. It was brilliant. I looked like a child with my horrible smiley face all over them. Talking of horrible smiley faces, we've added some sound to the side of the track, and we have actually added a little camera to sit on top of the screens to look at me whilst I'm commentating. So in a couple of weeks' time, in between when we're setting stuff up and everyone's fighting, you'll get to look at my lovely face instead. Lucky you. Very lucky you. Back to the racing. We're just past the halfway point and it looks like B-Bot have just settled into a comfortable lead now, 2 laps ahead of the competition. The next closest robot in joint second place is Leroux Carré, who have obviously picked up a lap and caught up with Paxo Parrot, who's also in second. And in fourth place we have number 49, which is Spark CC. So they've obviously dropped off since we started and their laps are not going so well. I'm assuming being trapped underneath another robot is probably not doing them any favours, like what's happening there in the camera. That's a shame, and that could possibly be a switch off as well. Actually, just thinking about it, because with the new MonsterBorgs, we have the switches on the underside, so they're less likely to get switched off. But with the Yeti Borgs, they can get switched off really easily. The switches are by the top right-hand wheel, so if another robot goes on the top of you and switches you off, then that's it. It happened to the Super Ward brothers last year, and stopped them from winning the race. But I think over there, that is a beached robot. and somebody switched off. I assume it looks like Paxo Parrot there is just whipping through the S's and making light work of the S-bends there. So that is Spark CC, and I can't see who the other robot is on top of them. So let's have a look. Process of elimination. So there's Paxo. So who are these other two? We've got a black robot, which is, I think that's Autologic. Oh, there we go. LaRue has just freed themselves. That's who the other robot was. I'd completely missed who that was. So LaRue has just freed themselves off of Spark CC. But I suspect Spark CC has been switched off, which is a shame, and it sometimes happens. And it was a big problem we had last year with these robots. So they were doing so well as well. They were sitting in second place. I just hit the microphone in such excitement. They were so stuck and just stuck there without being able to move. And that is such a shame. Which now means that Bebot have extended their lead. Paxo Parrot are catching up in second. They seem to have got the run on LaRue after they got stuck on that Spark CC robot. And they're in second place. Then we've got LaRue in third place. Number 49, Spark CC, I think have now stopped. They're still in fourth place because Autologic have not completed more than 2 laps yet, so they're okay. So if Spark CC can stay where they are and Autologic don't complete any more laps, I think that means that they're probably going to be fourth, which is a shame, but these things happen, and it's just really such a stressful thing for Spark CC. I think they have been switched off, haven't they? Yeah, Tim's agreeing with me. I think they have. That is such a shame. So last 2 minutes now of this race. Not a lot more we can say really for Spark CC. That's such a shame for the team from Gosport. Gareth says, how many laps don't we have? You have 2. 2 and none backwards, might I add. So you're doing all right. I think you need 6 in order to beat the currently stopped Spark CC in 4th place. So if you can manage 6 in a minute and a half, so 4 more laps, you'll be all right. But I'm not sure you will with your current speed. I can see Barras has logged in and says Lily and Adelina are watching. Hello, good evening, guys. Glad you're watching. Glad you're enjoying. Hope you're enjoying this all. And you can see Jeff just parked on the seat. So Daddy is watching as well. He's really enjoying it. I think he's just popped down to get an update on results, and he's gone back up again. So yeah, we are nearly finished now. So we're coming into the last minute. Oh goodness me! Slight turn of events. Paxo Parrot has caught up with the whose team is that? I've lost the count now. Bebot. So Paxo Parrot are on the same lap number as Bebot. Do we have an upset here about to happen? Is Paxo going to take over? This is quite tense now. I can see upside down the black bottom robot is the one we're looking at, and they've just been pinned by Autologic, who've just stopped them. Oh, and Paxo Parrot's just got stuck, but righted themselves. Okay. Oh, what a great turn going into the corner there. Oh, bit of a struggle. Don't flip yourself back. Oh, that was close. Very close. Nearly flipped themselves back over. So for anyone who's new to Formula Pi as well, just before we finish, I want to explain. These robots are autonomous, so nobody is controlling these. There's nobody with a remote control sitting just out of view or anything like that. These robots are entirely driven by the cameras and what they see in the world around them. Oh, it's a 3-way tie. Oh, this is tight now. We've got Bebot, Paxo Parrot and LaRue all on 13 laps. Goodness me, this is tight. So if Paxo can get in... Oh, they're not going to. That is a draw. So I'm going to have to wait for Aaron on the Updatatron to write down the results. Because you asked him, Aaron, to write down the results visually. Okay, he's doing so. It's all right. You don't need to ask him. He's well versed in the Formula Pi techniques. So after the 10 minutes is up for our first race... in last place with 2 laps, it is Autologic. I'm so sorry, Gareth. Bad news. In 4th place, we have Spark CC, who got parked in the corner, and I think they got switched off. In 3rd place, we have robot number 69. What's that? Oh, God, he's wiggled it. 40. Hang on, let's look. Number 40 is in 3rd place, Paxo Parrot. Oh, the light's gone off. It's come back on again. Oh, crikey, this is very tense now. Number 46 is in 2nd place, LaRue and in 1st place it's Bebot with a 2nd race win for them. So that is great news for the team from Painted Post New York. So Bebot first. My screen keeps switching off, which is really helpful. We've got Bebot in 1st, LaRue in 2nd, Paxo Parrot in 3rd, Spark CC in 4th, and Autologic in 5th place. So sorry, Gareth. Yeah, he says absolute carnage. Yeah, it really was that race. It was quite busy. Not a lot of laps done by anyone. So, whilst we're sitting and waiting to set up the next one, I'm going to give a quick message out, shout out to our sponsors and our friends who helped us get here and help us do this racing, because without you guys we would not be able to do this. So first up, Blogtrotter, make your RSS feed a piece of cake. Their aggregation services are awesome, so go and check them out if you get a chance. So good evening to them if they're watching as well. Hello. Next up, IQ Audio, who I think is featuring in the next race, if I'm correct. Check out them for all their DAC and AMP style hats for the Raspberry Pi. If you love audio, then check out them for Raspberry Pi stuff. They are awesome. Also, our friends Mod My Pi from Kent, great distributors for the Raspberry Pi, Arduino, BeagleBoard, and Android stuff. Everything you need, they have everything in the world. Go and check them out, they're awesome. Next up, Hop Hackers, Hannah and Tristan, our friends from Canterbury who run their brewing collective. They have awesome brew days. Follow them on Facebook to see what they get up to at the weekends and brewing beer. And finally, SOS Solution from the Netherlands. If you're in Europe and you want to get your kit for the Raspberry Pi, head over to them and they will sort you out. They've got a great shop and ship everywhere all over Europe, probably quicker than we can. But they're awesome, check them out. Finally, if you want to sponsor us and you're interested, drop us an email, info@formulapi.com. We've got space on the hoardings to put up logos, it gives you a shout out every time. Just lots of love from us basically, because you're awesome for sponsoring us. And we'd really appreciate it. So, next up, I think we're setting up the bigger robots. Are they all there? Are they all switched on?
They're all switched on.
Okay, I need to check the updatatron because it appears to not be updating. I'm just going to do a little refresh there to make sure I've got my things set and shuffle my papers. Excuse me a moment. I'm very low tech. I have all my bits of paper in front of me with all of the things on that I need so I can talk about people. I have hit F5. I'm just waiting. Yeah, it's gone. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? I've got an error on that paper. Oh, it's horrible tonight. Everything is broken. So I'm glad you can all still see us. We might have to do a bit of testing in between the races. We're here. We're there again. I can see it now. I've got vision. I'm perfect again. Awesome. Right. So the first class we did were the Yeti Borgs. The second class is called MonsterBorgs. So these are a little bit bigger. I've got a little picture that I'm going to hopefully open up. So you can see the size difference. On the left, we've got the Yeti Borgs, which are the ones that raced first. They're much smaller. They don't have as high a frame rate because they use the Raspberry Pi Zero. So you're limited on the amount of processing you can do in order to tell the robot where to go. On the right, we have the MonsterBorg, which is the bigger robot. These are insane. They have a Formula Pi. They have a Raspberry Pi 3 at the centre, which allows you to do 30 frames per second, and they're much, much faster. Is it 300 RPM motors in them?
The idea of the Formula Pi 3 at the heart of them.
Yeah, I know, right? That would be amazing. Shout out to Eben Upton. Love you. But if is it 300 RPM motors?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I can remember my stats. Check me out. I remember stuff. So if you didn't see any of the races that we did last week, I'm going to close this now so we go back to the track. If you didn't see any of the previous heats that we did last week, they were insane. We had people jumping in the barriers, going into the gravel. We had wheels falling off. We had people ramming each other. We had just terrifying rounds. Check them out on YouTube. Check the catch up. And this promises to be absolutely insane. So I'm going to do my spin view because I haven't done that. Sorry, I've been gassing, Tim. I don't know which screen this will open up on. That one. I am going to do a high-speed spin view. We're going to whip through this really quickly and hopefully just introduce you to who will be racing tonight in the MonsterBorg class Heat 1. I've made some notes this week. I'm actually quite organised. I'm actually very impressed with myself. So first up, in the outside lane, we've got Saska from Helsinki in Finland. They had a really strong first heat. They came first with a whopping 27 laps. Currently sitting second overall in the leaderboard, so did really well, so good luck to them. Next up, MTR, Moto Toasty, they are, from Australia, another one from Sydney in Australia. They came fifth in their heat because they got punted over the barriers by the Halo Goodalls into the gravel and couldn't go anywhere, so hopefully a better heat for you tonight as well. Next up, we've got I Have 5, who came second in their first heat with 25 laps and are currently sitting fifth overall, so another very strong competitor. Was with us last year for Formula Pi, came 10th in the series last year, so looking for improvement and doing very well this year so far, so good luck, I Have 5. Next up, Lambda P Racing, who came third in their heat with 30 laps, which is a whopping sum of laps. Really is huge. That heat was really strong that they were in. So hopefully we'll do a repeat tonight. And finally, our current Formula Pi champions, Enigma from Brentwood, Essex, who currently hold the lap record as well, a whopping 14.8 seconds, which is huge. And they came fifth in their heat last time. So not the greatest start for them, but last year they didn't even get off the line in the first heat. So really it's an improvement from last year if we look at it like that. So hopefully Enigma will get away tonight. But all the robots are ready. I've been given the thumb up by Tim, so yeah, let's get this underway. This could be crazy. This could be 10 minutes of carnage, but hopefully we'll be alright here. So green, red, green to get the robots underway. Hopefully we'll get 5 away as well. And they're off. Let's see who's first into that corner. Enigma got the lead on everyone, so Enigma's just gone. They are just gone. That's brilliant. Closely followed by I Have 5 there, with the blue light underneath. And then I think that's number 58, Moto Toasty, in 3rd place. I'm going to wait for Aaron to update the updatatron, but I think everyone got away and everyone got through cleanly, so that is a great start. Aaron is feverishly ticking. I can hear a banging upstairs. I can hear a banging. Somebody's banging. Somebody's stuck in a corner. I think that could be number 74. There's a bit of a crash. Enigma's been stopped, and that looks like that could be Moto Toasty going through, I think, there. That's I Have 5 and Enigma tussling in the headbanger corner. And it looks like, let's have a look from the list of people, number 58 and number 68. So that will be, I don't have them written down everywhere. Moto Toasty and Saska are in the, oh god, no, there's somebody in the gravel. Get away from the gravel. Away from the gravel. We don't want a repeat of last week, please. I Have 5, stop it. Stop it now. Away, please. Get away. Get away. Enigma is this green robot here I can see beached on the thing, and they've got stuck. Come on, Team Enigma. Let's be having you now, please. We want to see this a little bit. So that is Moto Toasty now going into the lead, seeking revenge for what happened in the last heat, because they got punted over the barriers by the Halo Goodalls. Managed to see that in the replay. Didn't see it live happen, but just saw them in the gravel and couldn't work out why they got there. So that looks like, to me, I can hear somebody banging. Who's banging? Who's making all that racket out there? I can't see who. I think that could be I Have 5 having a right old tussle with themselves. Maybe Lambda P. No, it's Lambda P. It's Lambda P in the corner. So after their strong 30-lap start, they are just wrecking up the wall. Jeff is trying to talk to someone on Skype, and I imagine that is not going to be happening with all that banging happening next to him. So we've got 2 robots stopped. I think that is the blue robot, number 27. I Have 5 there, I think, stopped. This is such a shame. I was hoping that everyone would get round and it would be chaotic, but everyone appears to have stopped and is crashing now. Moto Toasty is still in the lead with 7 laps, so that's really good news for them. I can see that is Saska struggling a little bit with the corners, but Moto Toasty is just gliding by. I can't work out who's headbanging. That's really loud now. I'm sure, is that right by a boundary mic as well? I'm sorry everyone, that is really loud. I am really sorry about this. Adam says stuck on the wall again. Yeah, I know. What is it about that corner, mate? I don't even know. I don't even know how that's happening now. I'm totally confused. Lambda P is having a right good old time in that corner there, just spinning around. He installed these great new boundary mics, and yeah, just all that is a robot getting caught on Enigma there and flipping over. That's Saska as they flip round and go back round the track. So it looks like Saska and Moto Toasty are in this together. I think they're going to run away with this, as long as they can stay clear of all the robots that are crashing. Oh, that's close! Oh, now they're having a tussle themselves. Oh, now look, come on, everyone. We don't want to have another race where I'm just talking to myself because everyone's crashing or burning. Oh, who's that tussling there? Oh, so that was Moto Toasty trying to stop. Is everyone doing it now? Is this a new thing? This is like those fidget spinners, like everybody has to spin around at 100 miles an hour just because they can. It's not big and it's not clever. Oh, we could have run over the barrier in front of our faces here. Enigma looks like they could be pushed over the barrier, but I think that is Saska. Ooh, please don't, because now we've got a close-up of how this happened. So I will try and find the GIF which showed that happening, but yeah, okay, so Enigma has now been free. Is that Enigma? No, that's I Have 5. Is just back. Oh, so now so everyone's stopped. So this is calmer than last time, but it's not as exciting. Oh, that's a shame. So I think, looking at the thing, I think that's Enigma there. But that's them being pushed over the wall. I don't know what's happened. Everybody's stopped, apart from Moto Toasty, who is just romping away with this, and he's steering clear of all of the issues. Thomas from Lambda P, we're going to bill you for this robot. Because last year when we had Jeff doing this, it ruined the motors. So I hope, for your sake, that the robot is okay. I'm sure it will be. They're much stronger this year. They're not as fragile as they were before. So sitting at the almost at the 5 minute mark now, Moto Toasty has taken a commanding lead with 13 laps. in second place is number 69, which is Saska in second place with 8 laps. And then I have 5, and Enigma are on 1 lap each, and 74 Lambda P has not got away. They've got stuck, which is a shame. Thomas E says it's robustness testing. Thank you. Thank you for that. Stephen Swindley says, who's the spectator? As I said earlier on in our feed, the spectator that is sitting on the chair in his VIP sunglasses is Jeff Maslowski, one of Tim's friends from Australia, who's over currently doing some work. He's from Switzerland at the moment. He's living there with his family, working for IBM. So he is a big shout out to IBM tonight. We're doing it for IBM. And yeah, it's great to have him over. I was a bit surprised, we didn't know he was going to come along, so it's lovely to have him here and lovely for him to pop in. So yeah, don't be getting any ideas though, people. We don't want people suddenly just turning up on the nights they know Formula Pi, like, can I sit on your couch? Because that's not going to fly. There are bouncers at the door, and it's Doodleborg. If you've seen our big robot, he's the bouncer. He will drive you out of the door. Yeah, so if you want to come and watch Formula Pi, drop us a message. We might be in a good mood, we might let you. But yeah, generally, you have to have a very good excuse to come and sit on that couch. Jeff definitely qualifies. So, we are 6 minutes in now. It looks like Moto Toasty is running away with this. So a big win for the Australian contingent tonight. I think that he must have sensed all of the Australians in the room and just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it for the little stars. I'm gonna do it for the Southern Cross. I'm gonna get it done. And he's just flying around, quite happy. I will try and find a GIF of the moment that the Halo Goodalls just pitched everyone over into the gravel, because it was mint. You can only see like the silhouette, but you know it's them because they drive past the camera in a little bit, and you're like, oh yeah, I see that green 3D printed top, I know you, I've got your number. So yeah, I will try and find the GIF, but it's not very clear, so it's not very exciting. But yeah, it was hilarious to watch. And this is looking really good for Moto Toasty. This is a proper comeback. We're sitting at 21 laps after 7 minutes here, and if they keep their heels clean here and they don't smash into any of the other robots, it's looking pretty good for them. Yeah, and thank you, Thomas from Lambda P, for giving us such fantastic robot robustness tests. None of the wheels have fallen off. I can still count 4 wheels on each of the robots, so that's good, including yours, which is just spinning about. I'm not jinxing it, curse the commentator, because last week I said, oh yeah, it's really quiet, nothing's happening tonight, and everybody's settling down. And then we had like 3 wheels, robots on their side, people being pitched over the gravel. Literally the worst commentator's curse ever. I think I did quite well. But yeah, George is saying the last 10 minutes have been like this. Yes, that is pretty much how it's been. We've got someone in the chat, Latk Rocks, who says, is there any tutorial you know how to make Pi robots? Yeah, we've got a pretty good one actually for our most recent robot that we made. If you check out, I think it's the Piborg blog, there should be an introduction to Bob, who's a very tiny robot we made with the Pi Zero. It's worth checking out if you're interested in making something that's a bit hacked together. If not, obviously check our website, it's Buy Our Motor Controllers, piborg.org, highly recommended. Also check out the CamJam resources for building robots, because they are very, very good with the Raspberry Pi. So yeah, both of those resources, check them out. Definitely recommended. Moto Toasty's romping away with this now. Oh, who's free? Who's freed themselves? Who's freed themselves? Is that Saska? I think it is. I think that's Saska. White light underneath. Yeah, it is. Let's have a look. I'm a bit confused with all of this going on. I think that is Saska. I think they have freed themselves, which is really good news. Let's see. Yes, they have. That is Saska, who's freed themselves now. Saska FTW in the chat. Yes, you're free. You're free to run around. Saska is from Finland, from Helsinki. And yeah, first Finnish competitors. Drives a bit like, oh, so that is Saska just pitching Moto Toasty the wrong way around. They're like, latest jump, let's go that way. So they're just sending them the wrong way around. Have Moto Toasty sorting themselves out. Oh, bit of a spin. Oh no, the flipping. Let's not start this again. We're going to have to work out he's in the wall. That was a beautiful little pit there from Saska, just pitching them sideways. Brilliant. Oh no, but you got stuck on Enigma again. Oh, please don't pitch Enigma into the dirt. I've had enough of robots pitching them into the dirt. This is really sad. Coming into the last 30 seconds now of the race. Oh, Saska's going to get a backwards lap go for that, I think. Yeah, so that's -1. Or is it number 58? Oh god, I'm a bit lost now. Could be Moto Toasty going backwards now. Oh, it's very confusing. Everyone's going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. I'm very lost. But I think this is going to be it now, last 20 seconds. And then that's going to be it. Pretty quiet one tonight, actually. Everyone seems to get stuck. It's so sad. Yeah, Adam says we could do with a knock off the wall. No, not over the wall. Let's not do that, please. But a knock off the wall, that would be amazing. Yeah, please, just give him a nudge. Punt him along. That's it, 10 minutes. We've hit our limit. Done. That is Heat 1 for Race 2 done. So, I'll wait for Aaron to confirm the results on the Updatatron. Everyone's having a flipping good time now. State of them. Bless them. So cute. So, tonight, in first place with 27 laps, Moto Toasty. In second place with 11 laps, that is Saska. In third place with 1 lap, that is I Have 5 before they got stopped. I'm not sure why. In fourth place, Enigma, who got beached on the wall and didn't really get off, and that is such a shame. I know, I'm gutted for you as well, mate. I've just seen your message in the chat. And in last place, it's I Have Lambda P Racing, who just kept going over and over and over and over, which isn't so good. So, hopefully you can join us on Wednesday. We'll be back at 6:30 to do Heats 2 and 3. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more organised with the... Hopefully the new mics were good. Let us know what you thought of the mics. Like, because obviously you can now hear the robots. I can't hear them in my headphones, but you guys can hear them because it's all mingled together like magic before it goes out onto the interwebs. There are some kittens that stitch things delicately together before they leave. So hopefully it sounded good. Let us know what you thought. Like on Twitter, @FormulaPie_. And I've been Claire Pollard. I'm at the Tufty. If you want to follow and chat to me on Twitter, I'm always up for a good pun or two. Tim is at Blescu on Twitter. If you want to follow him, he always tweets about robots or electronic cars or general engineering because he loves a bit of engineering. Who doesn't love a mill? I mean, let's be honest.
Apologies, everyone, for the transmission problems at the start of the night.
Yeah.
We'll investigate that, and hopefully we won't have any next time.
We might chuck out a test feed tomorrow night, possibly.
Did we explain the next... the next race is obviously going to be on Wednesday.
Yes, I just said that.
But the one after is missing a week, isn't it?
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, yes. George says the mics are good. Yes.
Excellent.
Lovely. Thank you, everyone. Great. That's brilliant. Oh, Stephen Swinder says, it looked like the old cars that you see in department stores at Christmas that would just go around bumper to wall and flip and repeat. It really did. So we have just relived part of our childhood Christmases, which is amazing. You're welcome. So we are missing a week, I think, in between, but we can go through that on Wednesday. When we get to Wednesday, we'll explain that, why. So we'll see you on Wednesday for the next races. We'll do Heats 2 and 3 of the MonsterBorg classes. And yeah, we'll see you then. We'll pop the live event up. We might do a bit of testing in between, so don't be surprised if you see us going live between now and then. But yeah, thank you very much for bearing with us. And we will see you in a few days' time. So yeah, thank you very much. See you Wednesday, 6:30 BST. Be here to watch Heats 2 and 3. It would be great to see you. Hope you have a good few days, and take it easy, everyone. Goodbye.